Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hello. This is Jacob Torero from Yellow Black Sheep. I know it has been a while. How is everyone doing? There's so many crazy things happening right now. So today we're gonna have a little bit darker topic about death and suicidal. So if you already try everything in the mainstream therapy, on the drugs and on the shit that the mainstream push to you, and you still depressed, you still anxious, you still want to kill yourself, and you still want to give up, then give this podcast a try. Or if you have a friend, family, I know in the community, there's a guy that his friend killed himself, and male suicidal rate is going to the roof for the last decade. So I feel like it's an important podcast to make. It might not be too much related to any pickup or game, just life in general. That's the main point of this channel. It's not only about game, but about life, wealth, health, relationships, just anything that can help you live a black sheep life, escaping the matrix, and just have a good life. And I'm still trying to figure it out. So first, there's a couple of things I want to go over, but yes, try everything else first. If it doesn't work, this is not a therapy advice. I am not a therapist. Disclaimer. But these things works for me. So if you feel like you're on the edge, you're almost there, listen to it, give it a try. It might work. If you have a friend, family, or somebody you know that really depressed and really need help, then maybe these tips might be able to help you. So here we go. First, actually, a couple of housekeeping things before I go over the topics. Is I still been working a 9 to 5, plugged back in the matrix. One of the reasons I haven't put in so much content lately, even though I have a bunch of video infill and ideas about podcasts to record, but I just haven't done so much because I feel like if I'm not walk the walk, how can I talk the talk? There's so many people out there sitting in the basement making content and post online already. I feel like I need to be like Tom and travel and live the life that I'm preaching. Then I'll be more qualified to talk about this topic versus just do a 9 to 5 and game on and off on a weekend and preaching these. This is seem like what it seems congruent. So that's the reason I have not much content lately. I'm going to try to put a bit more content because I know people kind of needed it. And still planning for Europe. Probably going to be there before the end of 2024. Aiming for either Portugal or Estonia. And then get a base and then travel and live the van life just like Tom. Then I will have a lot more content and I will talk the talk and walk the walk. Right? But that's it, and let's get started. So let's say if you're really depressed, really anxious, really want to kill yourself, and you want to give up, you don't want to do anything else, you try everything else. Make sure you try everything. Like you try everything first before listen to this, and it still do not work, and you're still fucking depressed. Listen to Andrew Tate and try anything that mainstream and not mainstream. Just try everything first, right? This is not the saving grave, but I hope it could save some people. Number one is if you have to, right? If nothing else works and you don't want to listen to the podcast, you don't want to try any more thing, at least, number one, at least wait until your parents die. It is not right for the parents to live and the children will die. The parents have to witness the death of the children. That is just not right. And your parent has sacrificed so much. Like they don't want to, sometimes they don't eat, sometimes they don't spend on themselves, and they save to raise you up, put you to school, and to been with all the shit for you to grow up and then you just like kill yourself and make your parents suffer your death. That's just you just being an asshole. That's really bad. So think about your parents. If you're gonna do it, at least not while your parents still alive. That's not right. That's not fair for your parents. So think about that. Right. So let's get into the tips. First, I want you to spend more time with friends and family. At least 3 days a week. At least 3 to 4 days a week. No excuses. You can go to work. You can go do whatever you want. But you need to see somebody in your family, hang out with your family, with friends, colleagues, anybody you enjoy hanging out with. At least 3 days a week. Weekends, and then 2 more days during the week. 3 to 4 days a week. You do whatever you like with them. Just hang out, having dinner, go out. Because people are very, very isolated nowadays. And especially people that are very depressed and very anxious or anxiety depression. They usually spend time by themselves. They make excuses. Oh, I'm introvert. I don't want to go out. I don't want to meet. I don't have friends, family, blah, 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 blah. No, like no excuses. This is your life. This is life and death. So no excuse. Just spend more time with friends and family for at least a month or 2. All right. So that. Number 3 is join a sport team. I would something physical, not like chess. Yeah, it could be chess too, but like something like physical, like basketball, baseball, football. I would recommend boxing, jiu-jitsu, anything that's physical and had a team. Better like soccer as well. Anything that had a team, and don't just join them. Train to play an amateur competition. At least join one competition. I want you to finish one competition. Train for it, get ready for it, and play with it. Either team sport or individual sport. Enjoy one. Because if you notice, have you seen the amount of athletes with depression compared to average people? It's like almost 0.0001% of athletes that have depression compared to normal people, which means sport does help people that are active and pushing themselves. They don't get depressed. It's just biology. This is so obvious. So try that. Join the team. Do anything you can. Do any sport. An hour a day. I don't care how busy you are. Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself. Who give a shit? Like skip your work, skip your school. I don't care. Just join your sport team. Spend time with family. Yeah, so that's the 2 most things that you can do right now, and it's free. And no, sport is not free, but spend your money. If you're gonna kill yourself, who cares? You're gonna spend your money anyway. Number 4 is number 3, because the first one, wait until your parent doesn't. Your parent dies, it doesn't count. Number 3 is the checklist. If you have a bucket list, make sure you have a bucket list of whatever thing you want to do. You want to travel, you want to visit Bali, you want to go skydiving. Do all of that first. Because most people that suicide, they never got the bucket list done. It's not like they do everything on the bucket list and then done. I finished, now I can kill myself. No, most of the time they never get onto it. They didn't even have it. Or most of them, they don't even think about it. They were so depressed. Oh, I don't want any of this. No, I don't care if you want it or not. Have a bucket list and then go do it. Do all of it. Like if you try everything else that failed, I want you to do this first. Then no, try everything else fail. Do this and see how it goes. Finish this. I want you to have at least maybe between 5 and 10 bucket lists. Not only things to do, but also places to see and food to try. So have it. In the more diversity, the more diverse, the better. Yeah. So that, and number 4, if you are religious or not, I heard this online from Theo Swan, which very interesting point. You asked for this reincarnation, and if you think about it, this life is a very, very exciting life. Humanity is on a very, very walking on a very thin line we could be extinct very easy at any moment. So if you think about it right now, there's like a two opposite sides pulling humanity, and we are walking a very thin line. For example, censorship. They have total censorship and shut everybody up, like China, YouTube censorship, bunch of social media cancel culture. On the other hand, people are fighting for freedom. Andrew Tate, Russell Brand, Joe Rogan, like pushing back about the freedom, the free speech. So totally slavery and total freedom. More people fighting now about entrepreneurship, escaping the matrix, work for themselves instead of going 9 to 5. More and more people being laid off. They're forcing people to get an entrepreneurship or nothing, or just being homeless. And inflation going to the roof, people losing their job, they no job, but things get more expensive. They're going stagflation. So this is like, then wars breaking out. There's war in Israel, the war in Ukraine, China and Taiwan could be next, and then the big country can get involved. We might have a World War III. AI is getting more and more advanced exponentially. AI been there for a long time, but the speed of getting better is exponentially. And if you notice AI, and there's a blockchain technology, which because people couldn't shut Bitcoin off because of blockchain, and they're already dumbass building AI on blockchain, which means AI cannot be shut down. So if AI get advanced enough and it decide to fight the human race, you cannot shut them down. And it is happened exponentially. It can be very, very fast. If you think about it, if, for example, human as AI, solve the climate change issues, and if AI be able to think well enough, the AI can think, this is all the steps that we can do to save climate change. Like, there could be 100 things that it can do, or eliminate the reason that causing climate change, which is human. Logically, it's very logic. The AI doesn't have to have emotion yet. They can think which one is more efficient, right? And if you choose the latter one, then we fucking screw. And if it's on blockchain, you cannot turn them off. It's like the movie Matrix all over. Like, this is so, oh my God, it's like dangerous, but it's also exciting because we are on the fucking edge. If you remember Fight Club, they said man is becoming weak, we're becoming depressed because there's no great war and there's no great recession. But right now, we have a great recession, and there could be a great war coming. So it's like, it's dangerous, it's bad, but you're excited. You're a man, things supposed to be bad, and you're supposed to handle it, you're supposed to fight and grow. That keep man alive, but when things so easy, and everything God given to you, and then just taking drugs, and just get worse and worse and worse. It's like all the famous celebrities, they have everything, but they're just so depressed. And they're like Robbie Williams. So it's an exciting time, and if you believe in religion, just remember, like, you asked for this. You probably, when God asked you, hey, do you want to try out this life? Like, human could be extinct or maybe not, but it's on the edge. Like, you like, yes, let's sign up. I probably signed up for this. I didn't really want it to be alive for a long time. I had a suicidal thought. I never feel like I belong here on the earth. I feel like, look, this is not here. I don't want to be on earth. I don't want to be humans. Like, it's always in my thought, especially when I look up into the galaxy, like, oh, I want to be somewhere out there. This is not home. This doesn't feel like home. It have never been feel like home. But when you think about it, you probably ask for this shit, like, hey, this is exciting. I want to sign up. I want to see how the human race goes. And it can go sideways very fast, one way or the other. And very, very fast. And it could be like next year. You don't know, like, human race could end. Why not just wait it out and see the exciting thing that's happening? Like, what's going to happen to the human race? Aren't you curious? If we're going to go extinct in a few years, would you like to see it instead of kill yourself first? Because if it's all going to end it anyway. Just wait it out and see. I feel exciting talking about this shit. I know it's bad, but like it's exciting time, man. Like, it's crazy shit happening, chaos. That, and then if you still like, that's still not turning you on, you still don't want to like hang around to see if the human race go extinct. Then the last point I would say about this is when I watching a documentary, number 5 is the Egyptian philosophy. If anything else that you think that I went over on again, still don't get me going. I don't want to try out anything else. I recommend try all of these out. Think about all of these before like you give up. And the last point, I think this is very, very important. Probably the most important point of the idea about killing yourself, like moving on, whatever you think. In the Egyptian philosophy, when I was watching about the Orion star, they have a god called Osiris. It's after you die, your soul will be, your spirit will be judged by the god Osiris to see if you deserve to leave Earth and go to the eternal life, or you have to go back and relive the human life again. So if you think about it, if the Egyptian was right, they built a fucking pyramid, or maybe the alien, I don't know, but if they was right, and there's a chance that they might be right, then if you kill yourself, you don't really get to leave. People believe, oh, I just want to end this because this shit is so bad, I don't want to do this anymore. That's the main reason they want to kill themselves, or you want to kill yourself, right? So you think about it, if it's so bad that you don't want to do it, but instead of, but you already like 20, 30, you already did it like almost halfway to the end, but you give up now, and if the Egyptian was right, you didn't really get to leave. You get to restart. You press the restart button, and you're going to have to redo the last 30 years again. So you try to cheat the system, but then you didn't get to leave. You got to reset. And next time, it might be even harder. So if you think about it, why don't you just ride it out to the end, so there's no chance. If the Egyptian was right, then you might not have to be human again. You have to live this life again. You have to suffer all this again, right? So that is, God put me into my own perspective. Like when I really down and really want to end this shit, like, oh fuck, like I know this shit is really bad and I want to end it. But what if I do, and I'm gonna have to do this the last 30 years all over again, and because it's so bad I don't want it anymore? Like, why would I want to do that? Why don't I just ride it out for another 40 years, 50 years, halfway there, and 50 years in the eyes of the universe scale is like a blink of an eye. It's like very small. If you think on a daily basis, you think there's a lot of time, there's so much left to go. But if you look on the universe scale, I recommend watch a couple documentary about the galaxy and how things goes. Like the 50 year is so small in the scale of the universe. So it's like nothing. Like it's gonna end really fast. So why not just ride it out? So there's not a chance that you might be fucking press the restart button. And make sure right out, do it well, like live your life well, do it well. So when the god Osiris or whatever, when you die and they judge, okay, this guy did a good job, did live a good life, you get to move on. You don't have, you live a shitty life and you lie and you cheat and just, you might fucking have to do this shit again and again. So that put me in a really different perspective. Or when I want to like depressed and want to kill myself, like, oh fuck, like, I do not want to do this again ever. I don't want to be human again. I know my life's not bad, but I never wanted to be human. I never feel like I wanted it. I chose this, or I belong here. But now, like, fuck, I don't want to do this again. Like, if I don't feel like I belong here, I don't want to be here after I die. I don't want to relive the human life again, right? So think about that. Also read the book Hijacking Your Way to the Galaxy. Elon Musk was depressed and wanted to kill himself, and he read that, and I think it has saved him. So read that book and watch a couple of documentaries about Galaxy. There's some other good books, but it's already out there. But you make sure to try on self-help or read on the books that people recommend. Then try on the tips I just gave you to see if it helps. And yeah, try that. The last thing I would say, maybe go fasting. There are a couple of places that they allow you to fast for like a week, 2 weeks, sometimes even a month. Just water. Try that. That put you in total perspective. It cleans your body, cleanse your mind, cleanse your soul. So fast on a daily basis. Take a couple of days off. Just don't eat. Just water. See, then you have life in a different perspective. Stop like stuffing your face with food every few hours. That's not good for your health, your physical health, and your mental health in general. And of course, day game, travel the bucket list. That's my bucket list. If I'm gonna kill myself and I was so down and nothing else matter, I'm just gonna go straight Europe, live in the van life. Maybe that's what Tom did. Maybe he just tried the bucket list first, and then he did what he wanted to do. Yes, it was sad, but he didn't touch on the other point that I mentioned in here. That's why I felt like I wanted to make this podcast. Maybe Tom, he missed this point. If he have done this, that might have saved him. And he didn't even mention about all this that I mentioned. He joined the ski, but he didn't really do the competition. He didn't bet so much down with friends and family. He didn't believe in God so much. So like all these things, it could help. I hope it would help. It helped me, and I hope it would help you, or if somebody you know, it could save them. Because yeah, it's a sad thing to live. And the saddest thing, like, you just pressing the restart button. That's the saddest thing I could think. You didn't leave the game. You reset it. You do it all over again. So if you think about killing yourself, don't do it. The Egyptian could be right, and you could be fucked. Right. So that, I think today podcast will be short. Not much else I could say. To try everything that I mentioned before doing anything. Take action, think about it, and get a therapist. Talk to somebody. This is very simple. All these are free to try, which is why the mainstream doesn't really make it popular. So they want you to take medication. They want you to take all these pills and go to all these 12-step groups just because they make money. So yeah, don't take any of those antidepressants. It'll make things worse. Yeah, definitely make things worse. Go to the gym, get a six-pack. Just like Andrew Tate said, get a six-pack, and if you still want to kill yourself, then yeah, go ahead. So yeah, so I hope I will have more content coming out soon. I will almost wait 1 year until my last road trip, so I'm gonna put out the road trip video that I did last Thanksgiving, close to Thanksgiving, soon. And been hustling, find more job, layoffs happening 11, right? So I hope you guys are well and be prepared for chaos. It's an exciting time, but also be prepared. You can be laid off at any time. And wars can happen at any time, right? So make sure, be ready, be prepared. And keep grabbing life by the horn. It's an exciting time. And we are here for you. There's a community. So join the Discord. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I don't care. So cheers. I will see you guys soon.